So you want to learn how to make choices? After 14 to 18 years of school and about 2 years of work experience, you are finally ready to start choosing a career. And suddenly doubt sets in, and your choices start feeling scary. Here's what you can do to understand why this happens. First, we have to understand why making decisions can make us feel anxious. This worry comes from not wanting to choose the wrong thing. Everyone faces this at some point, especially when decisions can change our lives. Here are ways to make it less scary. Understanding anxiety. Feeling nervous about choices is normal. It's our brain saying, this is important. Recognizing this can help us feel less overwhelmed. It's like feeling nervous before a big game. It just means you're ready to play. Why do choices scare us so much? We worry because we don't want regrets or to fail. Sometimes we think about bad outcomes more than good ones, which of course doesn't make it any easier, but remember, every choice helps us grow, no matter the outcome. Worrying about choosing the wrong Netflix show like it's a life-altering decision. But hey, there's always the next button. Take small steps. Big decisions are less daunting when we break them down. Think about one step at a time instead of everything at once. Instead of worrying over the entire process of buying a house, start with just researching the area you want to live in and take it from there. Focus on what you control. Worry less about what might happen and more about what you can do now. You can't control getting stuck in traffic, but you can nail that car karaoke session on the way. Studies even show that this lowers stress. Try seeking advice. Talking to friends, family, or mentors can give us new perspectives. They might see something we missed, like asking your cat if you should buy another houseplant. Sure, they won't answer, but it's always good to have a silent partner in crime. Learning from every choice. Every decision, good or bad, teaches us something. This knowledge makes us stronger and more prepared for future choices. That time you chose the wrong major, it taught you more about your interests and career goals. Take your time. Rushing can make anxiety worse. Give yourself time to think and choose when you're ready. Deciding on which meme to send, that's a decision that deserves your undivided attention and all the time in the world. To reduce our anxiety, we can approach decisions with these tips and make our choices confidently. Remember, it's okay to feel unsure sometimes. Every decision is a chance to learn, but still, there are some common decision-making traps that we fall into. Let's talk about these traps and how you can avoid them. Overthinking. It's like being stuck on what to have for dinner, and suddenly, every little detail seems huge. A smart way to beat overthinking is to set a deadline for your decisions. Like telling yourself, I'll choose tomorrow morning. This sets a limit and helps your brain get ready to choose. Also, flipping a coin's a cool trick to stop overthinking. Whether you want to get the brand new Lambo with a V12 engine or the secondhand bike that's missing a saddle, flip a coin. While it's spinning, you might find yourself hoping for one over the other. This shows what you really wanted all along and makes the choice super easy. Why do we fear making the wrong choices? Many of us are scared of making the wrong move. What if I choose the wrong college? What if I'm not happy with my choice? But instead of fearing regret, think of making decisions as steps in learning about what works best for you. This makes it way less stressful to make decisions and teaches you things along the way. Don't try to be perfect. Waiting for the perfect choice might mean you end up not choosing at all. Life's secret is that the perfect choice doesn't exist. It's better to make a good enough decision than to wait forever for the perfect one. Like when you're playing a video game. Sometimes you might not be able to play your favorite character, so you just have to pick another and start playing to have fun and unlock them. The influence of others. It's natural to ask for advice. But remember, the final choice is yours. What's right for someone else might not be right for you. Consider advice, but don't let it cloud your judgment. Think about when you're choosing what movie to watch. You might ask friends, but ultimately, you pick the movie that interests you. To avoid these traps, remember these tips. Set deadlines, learn from every choice, seek good enough over perfection, and own your decisions. By being aware of these traps, you can navigate through them more easily, making decision-making a less daunting process. But what if our decisions feel too difficult? Life's filled with moments where we need to make choices. Whether it's picking a career, deciding where to live, or even choosing what to eat for dinner, these decisions shape our lives. Here's how to make these choices easier. Recognize the decision. First, be clear about the choice you're facing. Is it a big life decision or a smaller daily choice? Knowing exactly what you're deciding on is the first step. Gather information. When you need to make a big decision, like picking a new hobby, think of it as a treasure hunt for information. Say you're into model planes but don't know which one to buy. Start by checking out forums or subreddits where people chat about model planes. You can also watch YouTube videos to see how different models are built and what they look like when finished. If you like reading, find a book that talks all about model planes. It's like being a detective. The more clues you find, the closer you get to solving the mystery. To make any decision easier, just swap model planes with whatever you're curious about and follow the same steps to start your adventure. Consider consequences. When you're about to make a decision, it's like planning a route on a map. You need to look at where each road could take you. Think, if I go this way, what happens? Who else will be on this journey with me? Will it make things better or might it cause problems? For example, if you're thinking about getting a pet, consider not just the fun parts, but also the responsibilities like vet visits and daily care, and how it affects everyone in your home. Of course, this step is not necessary for small decisions, since we don't want to start overthinking again. Listen to your gut. After you've used your brain to think about the pros and cons, it's time to see how your heart feels about it. It's like when you're choosing a movie to watch. Sometimes one just seems to call out to you, even if another might have better reviews. If after all you're thinking, one option makes you feel more excited or at peace, that's your gut talking. It's like when you're choosing between two jobs, and one makes you feel more like yourself, even if the other pays more. Make the choice. Now that you've looked at the facts and checked in with your feelings, you're ready to pick a path. Remember, standing at the crossroads forever won't get you anywhere. It's like being in a restaurant looking at the menu for too long. Eventually, you just have to order. Making a choice lets you move forward. Even if you learn later, you might want to try a different dish next time. Start taking action. This is where you step on the gas. Whatever decision you made, now's the time to make it real. If you decide to join a gym, go sign up. If you're starting a new hobby, get the supplies you need. It's like after you decide to clean your room, you have to pick up the trash and vacuum the floor. Acting on your decision brings it to life and starts you on your new adventure. Review and reflect on your choice. After your decision plays out, take a moment to reflect, like reviewing a game you've just played. Consider what worked well and what didn't. It's like after trying a new way to save money, you assess if it helped or if there's a better approach. This reflection turns your experiences into lessons, sharpening your decision-making skills for the next time around. So whether you're just trying to decide what t-shirt to wear or choosing your next big step in life, it's all pretty similar. It's like deciding between eating pizza or salad. Sure, one might be better for you, but the other one's so tasty. Making choices is a big part of what makes our lives fun and interesting. Sometimes we might do something stupid, like wearing socks and sandals. But at least when people laugh at you, next time you'll think twice about what to wear. Every choice, even the small ones, is a chance to learn something new about ourselves. So let's not worry too much and enjoy making choices, whether they're big or just about what to wear. Go on, choose wisely or wildly. Your call.